Hello and welcome to Sheba online classes, standard 10. Today I will be taking unit 6 prose lesson, the last lesson. This is not the last lesson, but the lesson's name is the last lesson. Okay. Actually, first I will tell about the author and then we will start the lesson. Alphonse Daudet was a French novelist and short story writer. The last lesson is set in the days of Franco-Prussian War, okay, in which France was defeated by Prussia led by Bismarck. Prussia then consisted of what now are the nations of Germany, Poland and parts of Austria. So, Germany, Poland and Austria together only are known as Prussia. Okay. In this story, the French districts of Alsace and Lorraine have passed into the Prussian hands. So, Alsace and Lorraine, all French places, they have been, France had been defeated by Germany, that is Prussia. Prussia consists of three nations together, that is Poland, Germany, Poland and Austria. So, all together known as Prussia. They have defeated France, and in Alsace and Lorraine also comes under this Prussian rule. So, in that place what happened in a school, that is what this lesson is about. Okay. Before that, another one thing I will just tell you about the introduction about the lesson. This lesson was set in the days of Franco-Prussian War. France was ruled by that time Bismarck. Prussia then consists of what now are the nations of Germany, Poland and parts of Austria. The Prussians defeated the French and the districts of Alsace and Lorraine fell into the hands of the Prussians. The oppressors not only wanted the territory but dominated over the language and culture of the Germans. Okay, they not only defeated them, that is the German not only defeated the French nation, but they also wanted to totally, even the culture and the language also they want to erase it off. They want to bring German into France. Thus to take away their identity, okay, completely French identity, the France, total identity of France they want to erase, delete. They want to bring completely French, they want to bring Germany into it. So, we will read the lesson to know what is going to happen. Okay. The new Prussian rulers issued an order that only German should be taught in all schools. The French teachers were asked to leave with immediate effect. So, all the schools in Alsace and Lorraine, all schools and those who were teaching French should leave, that is it. No more French should be taught, though they were in the bulletin board, everything was given there, and everywhere police, the Russians army was roaming about here and there, telling, making this order to be effect immediately. Okay. The story describes the last day of one such French class under the teacher's name is M. Hamel. M. Hamel had taught French for 40 years at that school in Alsace Lorraine, there is one school. In that school he had taught for 40 years, M. Hamel. Most of them never knew the value of teachers' devotion and dedicated service. Most of them, see, even you, some children do not know our dedication, like how we are so much dedicated to in teaching, you know. You don't take it for, you take us all for granted. Oh, we will see, like that kind of one very casual attitude we have got. But see, each and every teacher, we are dedicated to the teaching, the lesson, like English, I love English. So, English is my passion. So, like science teachers, they have their, like that. Each teacher have their own subject is dear to them. So, like this M. Hamel, this teacher is so much, so sad and so disheartened that he has to not to teach his lesson anymore. That is his French language is totally to be erased off from Alsace and Lorraine, and then only German teachers will come and teach German. So, that is all. French will be totally not known to, no further French classes in that country itself. Okay. So, we do not always get an opportunity to learn, and this is never understood till the end. So, what happened is some children that is in that school, what happened is many of them thought, okay, French, we will learn later, like that they used to just put off each time. So, then afterward, now the French language itself has been totally taken out of the country, means now they are realizing, oh God, I did not learn that language now. I would have little more I would have learned, means I would have mastered that language. So, now I have to leave that half done, I have to learn a new language now. So, that is what. Luck does not favor always, isn't it? Likewise, opportunity knocks once only. Time should be valued. Procrastination is a sin. So, not to keep on thinking, we should think, immediately do it. We should not keep on saying, we'll do it. Lot of thinking should not happen in some cases. No, whatever we think, we should do it. Keep on thinking means you don't have it in order, okay. So, most of us end up delaying things, that's what. Keep thinking so much, no, you will delay things. Everything, most of your important things will be delayed. Unless we are constant and regular in our efforts, we cannot achieve our goals. Okay, whatever goals we have got. So, now I have to learn this French language, means you must learn it, that's it, don't put it off. If you keep putting it off, no, then now for example, now some children are not at all regular in giving your homework or doing your exams and tests, or you are just taking it for granted. See what happens next year. What kind of a thing result you are going to get, we don't know, everything is a question mark. So, whatever we are giving you, watch the video classes, we are taking so much trouble to give you this video class. See the video class, learn from it, and then whatever homework has been given, do it sincerely, don't put it off, okay. So, that is what it is. See, time should be valued, that is what I am saying, time should be valued, whatever is given to you should be valued. Suddenly if they start the school and then told you to produce everything, whatever half-yearly, midterm and the quarterly results, only that will be taken into consideration, means some children are not done it well. So, okay, remember this lesson, this last lesson, and what moral values they are telling you, please keep it in your mind. Okay. Unless we are constant and regular in our effort, we cannot achieve our goals. Okay. When things come easy, we do not realize its value. See, it comes easy, we don't realize its value. That is what is happening now also. So, time and tide wait for no man. See, all these kind of proverbs should hit you on your head, okay, really. You must think about it. Think about it, say, time and tide. Now, you are wasting so much time. Keep learning, do your work. That is, whatever is said to you, do it. So, then only you will gain a lot. So, now what happened is, now the last lesson is being conducted in that class. M. Hamill is taking the lesson, and the whole class is full now. How many of them are sitting there? See there. Entire village knew the value of Mr. Hamill. So, in that school, and even the village people, that is the postmaster, the mayor, everybody have come to the class to witness his last class. There was no use in their regrets. It was all too late. Therefore, let us remember that we should make hay when the sun shines and not weep in vain. So, another one again, see, time and tide don't wait for no man. Another one proverb, make hay when the sun shines. That means, you know that meaning of it. When the sun shines, you do whatever is when there is an opportunity given to you, make use of that, grab that opportunity, do it. Otherwise, if it slips from your hand, then you will not be able to hold on to it. Then you will miss that opportunity, and that's it. Okay. And then value your life, understand your worth, how worthy you are, understand your worth, value your life, appreciate your blessings. So, that is what it is. So these kind of words, really this lesson tells you a lot about it. So, then now what happens is, now I tell you about, give an account about the Hamill in school, how he was such a dedicated teacher, 40 years he has been taking this French lesson for this, and now the village people are coming to the class to witness his last lesson, and now they regret. Some even the elders, they do not know French fully. They are not able to get that is master over that language. They have just left. Now who is going to teach them? There is no teacher to teach them, isn't it? So, that is what describe that just another ordinary day for France. Now France is who is a narrator. The narrator of this thing is the student. Okay, is a student there. He is coming to school. He is always late. France is the student. He is coming to the school, and he is seeing lot of, as he is coming to school, he sees lot of Prussian soldiers here and there, and what is it, and he takes some opportunity to miss class. Does not want to go to school because he is very much afraid of this Mr. Hamill. Mr. Hamill is a very strict teacher. He gets very scared of him. Okay. So, the story describes that this another day, ordinary day for France, who started very late for school that morning. Then France never used to regularly go to school. So, he will just simply waste his time because he wants to miss the first hour, because first hour who takes class? Mr. Hamill. he takes his French class, so he does not want to attend his class, because he will always, if he goes, he told the previous day, Mr. Hamill told, I am going to take participles, so you have to, I will be asking you questions. So for that itself he was slowly making his way to the school. So then he thought, as he is coming, I will be missing Hamill's class. But then afterwards, when he reached school, after he reached school, he saw a lot of soldiers standing outside, and on a big notice board there was put that that from today onwards, this is the last lesson, French will not be taking anymore, and German will be the new language going to be taught. So then slowly he said, okay, whatever it is, I have to go to class now. So sometimes what happens, the noise of the school, the assembly, the bell, all that, no, slowly he'll run inside the class and sit in the back bench. But today what happened? The whole place is pin drop silence. He was thinking, where am I come? Is it my school? Is it my school? Is it why there is no noise or any children's playing sound? Nothing is there, no. So he enters his class. When he enters his class, he was shocked to see, like small children, at least all this, that is the other class students also were inside the class. 3-4 rows were with students, and the last 5 rows were occupied by the postmaster, the mayor, then the other officials of the village. Everybody had come to sit there. Why? Then only he realized that. Then he started, Mr. Hamill, as soon as he came, he was thinking, God, that's all, Mr. Hamill is going to murder me. He's going to give me full on punishment because of coming late to class. When he entered the class, Mr. Hamill very gently called him inside. Take your seat, he said. Then what is happening? Nothing, he is not scolding me, what happened? Then he quietly went and sat in his place, and then Mr. Hamill started taking the lesson. So he kept saying a little about the history of that lesson, about the France and everything he was telling. After taking, then suddenly he pointed to France and said, France, please stand up and tell me about the participles. Participles, he was just blinking. France was blinking, did not know what to do. He does not know anything about it. And then as he was blinking, he was thinking, now definitely I am going to get the iron scale on my head. That's it. I am going to get the beating. But Mr. Hamill was so silent, nothing. He was not getting upset. He made him sit down. Okay, no problem, sit down. And he explained everything to them. Then only he started liking Mr. Hamill. France started liking Mr. Hamill. Oh, Mr. Hamill is such a nice person. Then Mr. Hamill will, because France did not answer the questions, no, he felt that I am the person to blame. That is, Mr. Hamill said, I am sorry, France. If you had been when I was taking class, if you had been there, you would have understood. That is, unfortunately, I sent you to go water the plants, go do some errands, go this, go here, like this. For the school, I was telling you to do some errands. So only you missed the class. I am very sorry. Now I will explain to you. Sit and listen. So he made him sit, and again he was taking the class. So then after everything was everybody were the people who were sitting there just admiring the way he was taking class, Mr. Hamill. And then the small children, those who were sitting in the floor, they were just repeating the words. They like babbling, that kind of a child talk, no, that kind of a words they were repeating. So then France was really appreciating from the time only that incident made him realize that I have missed studying. I would have at least studied everything, no, about French. Now Mr. Hamill is not going to be there. How will I study? So that realization is coming now only to him. Okay. So he was taking class, and afterwards what happened is, he said that when we are enslaved, knowing our mother tongue was similar to having key to the prison. So when we are not able to know, that means our mother tongue, that is in their country, France, mother tongue is French. Now, if you not able to know, that means it is a very a person should be degraded. That is, he is not the proper citizen of that nation. Okay. So as he was explaining, then what happened? As a church clock bell struck 12, Mr. Hamill, with a choked throat, then the trumpets, the Prussian trumpets military was standing outside. No, they started sounding the trumpet. Trumpet sound was heard. Then everybody rose. Then he rose from his, he stood up, he was sitting there so long, he stood up, and then with the like he was about to cry, that kind of a thing sound. He was choked. Then he went to the board and he wrote Viva la France. That means what? He went to the blackboard and he just wrote Viva la France. with the shaking hands, and his throat was just choked, and his tears were flowing down his eyes, then cheeks. Then what he wrote is, Viva la France means long live France and the French language, and dismissed the class. So he dismissed the class, and everybody went away, and France, that is France, the boy, he was really regretting that is this such a nice teacher is going away, and French itself is going away, like that. And he was little upset, and everybody stood up, those who were there in the classroom, everybody stood up and they clapped and honored him till he went out of the school. They all stood up and followed him till he went out. That's what this lesson is about. So please learn the meanings. There are so many lot of meanings there. Go through it. Once you please give a reading. Okay, then only if you read only, you will understand. Any small question being asked, short answers, you will be able to answer. So this is it. So we'll see you in the next class. Thank you.